Hello all you beautiful people, my name is Dowdy and welcome back to a new YouTube video. Today we're going to be checking out a bunch of different DIY skate spots. Normally I'm building DIY skate spots on this channel, so I figured I really need to get inspired, get those creative juices going. So today we're checking out tons of spots. We're going to check up on some of the spots that I built in a previous video. We're at the first spot now. I have 9 DIY spots planned for today. We've got about 4 hours to skate. We'll see, that's pretty ambitious. First step is getting stretched, getting some tunes on, get some hype going. It's really early in the morning, there's nobody else here. Let's get to warming up. We're gonna be hitting a lot of DIY skate spots today. Let's jump into it. My frontside board slides need some work clearly. Leave some tips down below with how to frontside board slide because I need some help. But anyways, enough tinkering around, kind of warmed up, getting the juices going, and I don't want to wear myself out because we got a lot of skate spots we want to hit today. So I'm gonna hit this flat wall behind me. They fixed it up, the bottom's nice and flush. You can see where they really grinded off the old concrete and put in new concrete. So they did it proper and it looks really good. So let's get a session on this nice flat wall. Spot is pretty sticky right now. The coping just is baking in the sun all day long, so no matter how much wax or lacquer you put on it, eventually you're going to need to apply some more lacquer or clear enamel. So I did bring some clear enamel with us on today's DIY skate mission because you're always going to need some tools to fix up your DIY skate spots. It's just like general maintenance. So let's hit this bad boy with some clear enamel so we can get it sliding, so we get some lip slides and so other people can grind and slide as well. Alright, you want to wait about 10 minutes after you lacquer or clear enamel up the spot. It's not like wax where you apply it and skate it right away, so definitely give it some time to really set in there. The idea is you're adding like a clear layer, like imagine like a wood stain and you're adding that clear layer on it to really make it nice and glossy so you can just grind right across it and you're not really digging into it. So with that said, if you're using clear enamel or lacquer, you want to use this before wax. You don't want to use wax at all, ideally. This is a much better option than wax because wax just disintegrates over time and it kind of just becomes part of the product versus being a layer on top. This just is a layer on top. So with that said, we're going to let this dry, get a couple more tricks here, and then move on to the second spot because we got a lot of spots we want to hit today. Want to land that backside blunt slide, but today I want to keep it moving. I want to get stuck on any tricks or one spot and just want to keep the wheels moving, get inspired, you know, not get too stuck on the actual trick aspect, although it's a big portion of skateboarding, right? But anyways, we're going to leave the spot, check out the next spot. Super excited. It's one that I built and I haven't checked up on it, so we're going to go see how it looks. One thing I wanted to say, and I feel like an old man when I constantly repeat this, but I have to say, if you're going to go skate DIY spots, pick up your trash. Don't leave tons of trash around. Just makes us look bad. Let's make us look good. All right, next spot. Is that a sign or something for good luck? I never find money. That's like $1.75. It's almost $2 right there. I feel weird picking it up. I almost want to leave it for the next person. You know what I mean? I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I pick it up? Should I leave it? COVID. I don't want to touch anything right now. I'm scared. No, I'm just kidding. But I think for the sake of good karma, I'm just going to leave it for the next person that really needs it. some landscaping duty at this spot. It's kind of hard to hit this with this tree in the way. Now we're probably not going to skate this today because as you get older and as you age, I'm not turning this video into that, you got to pick and choose your battle. So this one, I see it's going to be a lot more effort than it is worth for me right now since we're trying to bounce around. So we're going to head to the other spot. But I do want to insert a clip right here of Al doing a frontside rock on this because that was just epic. That was a good session, a good time making that video. And one thing a lot of people ask in the videos is how do you find DIY skate spots? And a lot of times it's just doing this. Exploring what I do know and trying to peek around areas that I don't know while I'm doing that to find things. Because I've found skate spots by just doing that, trying to go to the skate park that I do know of, and then I find a skate spot or something like that. So that's one way, is just constantly driving around, going to the spots that you do know, but not overlooking the ones that you don't know. So let's head to the next spot. I just want to check on this. I really thought it was going to get taken out the next day, but it is still here. The Bondo needs some work, but other than that, some landscaping maintenance, and this spot's still good. So this next spot is one that I haven't been to yet. Some buddies built it. I saw them posting on Instagram recently, so I figured today is a good day to go check it out. Which, now that I think about it, that kind of trickles down to the last question or thing we were talking about, is how do you find DIY skate spots, or how do you find spots? And this one, I saw my friend post on Instagram, and I just knew right away by the surroundings of where it was. I mean, there's other reasons for it, and I found tons of spots by basically looking at magazines or Instagram posts or YouTube videos and just looking around, you know, screenshotting and then Google Earthing. You got to get creative to find skate spots, but that's definitely another way to find spots. Whew. Always love a good Jersey barrier, so super excited to check this one out. Well, this is the beauty of building DIY skate spots. You lose some and you win some. It looks like they tore this spot out, whoever, maybe the city or the people that own this building, but it looks like this building, budget car rental, is totally shut down. So with COVID-19 going on, which is a horrible situation, there's definitely a lot of businesses that are closed down, so DIY skate spots are probably thriving more so than ever because, you know, property's at a low, I guess. I don't know, but kind of sucks the spot isn't here, didn't get to skate it, but you know, that's what you got to do. Sometimes you got to roll with the punches when you're going to try to find skate spots or searching for spots. So unfortunately we're not going to be able to skate this today, but I think there's a cool little mani pad over here we can take her on. I think if you cleared out this bottom area, this would be a super sick spot to skate. So this is a good example. I came here to check out this DIY spot. It's destroyed, but now I found this other spot right here that can use a little bit of maintenance. Maybe Big Al will drop in on it, or somebody bring them and drop in. I'm not doing it, but it's totally possible. There used to be fun little things you can teak around right here, little mani pads and little flat rails basically, but they're no longer here. It looks like they're just tearing this whole property out. Maybe they're getting ready to sell it. So let's move on to the next spot, the fourth spot, which is a staple here in San Diego, a DIY spot that's been here for over 10 years, I think. So without further ado, let's head to the ditch. Man, this is a tragedy. This spot behind me, Home Ave, is just the famous DIY skate spot. Honestly, probably one of the most famous DIY skate spots that's not an actual skate park because it's in a ditch. You know, it's not Burnside or anything like that, but tons of videos and clips from this spot over the course of probably the last 10 years, and I can't believe it's gone. I just showed up and was totally ready to skate it. It's been probably over a couple years that I've been here, and now it's gone. And that just goes to tell you, don't take your spots for granted. Whatever you do have that exists, no matter how good or how bad it is, make sure you appreciate it and just, you know, remember that it could be nothing. You might not even have that spot. So just goes to show, you know, I don't want to turn this video into a RIP all DIY skate spots. So we're going to move on quickly. There's tons of other spots in here. I don't think everything's completely done, but this thing behind me was a really cool quarter pipe, 2 wall, and then 2 bank. It was just a really unique spot. I'll find a clip and insert it right here. But the other wall is still there. There's so many rocks and things going on, and I think what is happening here is there's construction happening right next to the ditch. And this is a common theme. You know, spots start getting torn out when there's construction or some sort of action. There was a whole skate park, Snatch Skate Park, being built in Mission Valley by the Qualcomm Stadium a while back, and all of it got torn out because they were going to have a big event and they needed that space for parking, which they never used it for. So my point being, I digressed. You know, appreciate your spots while you have them. Let's move on to the next one where I do know for sure it is there because we just built it. Alright, I'm super hyped to check out this launch ramp behind us that I built in a previous video on how to build a launch ramp, wood or concrete. You can check that out, little link above if you want to build your own. But anyway, super hyped, it's still here. This spot's been here for a while. I was really hesitant to build anything at this slab because it is still owned by a private owner. And I'm always looking that up, just try to see who owns the property, because if the city inherits it, there's a lot more of a chance you can actually make it a full-blown DIY skate park like Washington Street, Burnside, Marginal Way, all those great examples. But anyways, super hyped to check out this spot. It looks like it's nice and clean. I did bring my broom just in case, so super hyped to check out the kicker. It's been about a week since we skated it. Yeah, keep this spot hyped. Alright y'all, spot number 6 checked off the list. We actually got to skate it, super high. It's a fun session. Today is kind of like a, you know, conditioning to see how long my energy and pressure can really last, because I'm already getting tired and it's only 11 o'clock and we got a couple more spots I want to hit up. So I'm going to conserve some of my energy even though I want to do a lot more tricks here, and we're going to get moving on to the next spot. I'm super excited because the next spot is something that I built a while back and I haven't really skated in a while, haven't checked up on it, and I think you guys are going to be excited to check it out. Alright, before we hit the next spot, I'm going to make a quick pit stop at home to make some lunch. I'm going to be making a sandwich because I've been hyped on making sandwiches lately. Now we're at spot number 6, super hyped. This is a DIY spot I built long ago. It's basically just a curb on top of a ditch with some tranny on the bottom, but hyped to hit it. Last time it was like just all this debris covering it, didn't get to skate it and I left. So this time we're going to clean up the spot and get a skate session. So let's get cleaning. So when I stopped to make my sandwich, I switched cars with my fiance and I took her car because she didn't mind, and I forgot one thing, the lacquer. So we're gonna have to make this grind and slide with whatever it's giving us right now. Really trying to get that thing to slide. I just can't really slide it. It needs some lacquer, but I'm glad we cleaned it up. We're gonna head to the next spot. Alright, today's 7th DIY skate spot and final spot today, because I am exhausted. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I probably took a much longer break than I should have when I went and got a sandwich, made a sandwich, because now my legs are locked up. But anyways, we're gonna try to get a couple grinds or a couple tricks. We'll see if I can stand a couple on this spot, and you know, it's a beautiful sunset behind me. And one thing that I'm definitely realizing today out of all this I can take away so far is just, you know, don't take for granted what you do have. Whatever is in front of you, no matter how good or how bad, just appreciate it for sure. so we're gonna end the day by going to the Vans outlet because I desperately need some shoes. What's cool about the Vans outlet is that if you buy 2 shoes, you get the second one half off, which is always a deal. Kind of miss the days of getting shoes for free all the time, but super hyped to break these in because my shoes were dusted. Like these things, no more. So super hyped to break in these Rowans first. They look really, really good. They got this super sick tech, was it 6-stick Pro Skate rubber compound designed for more grip, limitless flexibility, and maximum durability. I'm hyped to break these bad boys in. That's gonna be the next session for sure. Thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate it. Make sure you smash that like button if you enjoyed this video, and let's make some more skate videos of just checking out the DIY skate spots after we make them. It's good to build spots and make videos on those and then stop and go skate them, and to just appreciate everything that you have. Anyways, thanks for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe if you're not already, and we'll see you in the next one. Mash.